Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, means another video. It's the week before Halloween, so I'm going through my Halloween Essentials collection. It would not be a Halloween Essentials collection if it didn't involve the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. For me, that is like the standalone Halloween special that it's... There's a fucking bird up there that is ruining this whole thing. I think a bird just died in that tree. Anyway, it is one of the essential Halloween specials. Like, to me, I think that's the main one when it comes to just standalone animated specials. Because it's one of the first things that I actually remember seeing as a child, just in general. Like, one of the first multimedia things I remember seeing. And it's going to be hard to talk about, just because what hasn't been said about it before. Like, the plot itself is so simple, but there's still so much going on with it. Like, because, you know, you've fucking seen it. I know that you've fucking seen it. It's about Linus sitting out in the pumpkin patch, waiting for the Great Pumpkin to show up, you know, my man back here. But, and, you know, the kids have a Halloween party, Snoopy's fighting the Red Baron, but there's so much going on with it. And, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out where to start with it, because I should have taken notes on this one, because these are almost always off the cuff, just made up the day of, and this one's fucking killing me, because, you know, what do I say about the Great Pumpkin? Well, I guess I'll just go into my thoughts with it, I guess. Realistically, I don't think it should be called It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. But, you know, he was Charles Schulz's main character, and he really hated the name Peanuts. I guess the comic strip made him take that name on. But no, he wanted everything to, you know, he wanted the main focus to be Charlie Brown's world, and I think that's what he set out to do. It was the second Peanuts special after Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. And, fun fact, this year is actually the 50th anniversary of the Great Pumpkin. Why do I know that? Because where I work, they smash that shit down your throat. Because they got Snoopy's face plastered on damn near everything. But, no, it's a goddamn treat to watch. It's always been one of my all-time favorites. Neighbors rolling by. Anyway, I feel like the production company made a great decision by having all of the kids voiced by actual children, because, you know, cartoons in the 60s, all the kids sounded like absolute garbage. And by having kids actually reading the dialogue, it has a certain charm to it. Like most of the things that Charles Schulz created. But, personally, I think that Halloween and Christmas, those are the two essential specials for Charlie Brown, but, you know, I'm not trying to talk about the series as a whole here. Yeah, alright, fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna jump in here. The main focus is on Linus, not Charlie Brown, believing in the Great Pumpkin, who's this mythical figure that he's made up, who's very similar to Santa. You know, he's supposed to show up in a pumpkin patch every year and deliver toys. Not sure where that little fucking weirdo figured that out, but hey, he also has plans to make the blanket into a sport coat. And the idea is he shows up in pumpkin patches where kids are that believe in him the most. You know, it's a cute idea. What's not cute is everyone just shits on Linus for this, because apparently he has tried this multiple years in a row and it has not worked out. There's one scene in particular where he's trying to write the Great Pumpkin a letter, and people keep coming at... He's in his own goddamn house, by the way. And, who is it? Patty. Not Peppermint Patty, but Patty strolls up. And she's like, "You're wasting your time, the Great Pumpkin's a fake." And I'm just thinking, get the fuck out of his house. Like, why are you in Linus's goddamn house? You're not hanging out with Lucy. Lucy's watching TV. Get out of his house. God, I have so many moments like that. I think in particular I hate the character of Patty. She's this little brunette number in this brown plaid dress. And she's just a colossal bitch to everyone. Uh, there's a scene later on when they get done trick-or-treating, they go over to the pumpkin patch that Linus is hanging out in, and she just lets out this cackle at him, just like, has the great pumpkin come yet? And I'm just thinking, go the fuck home. Why do they hang out with you? And it's the same thing with, oh god, what's her name? Rhonda? Rhonda? She's the girl with the black hair that isn't... Violet. It's Violet. She's the girl with the black hair that isn't Lucy. This one cycles actually back to Charlie Brown. Because, they've got the Halloween party. Like, Lucy and Violet... Kind of looked like he was moving behind me for a second. Lucy and Violet make a guest list for a Halloween party. And, Charlie Brown gets an invite, and he's super excited about it. And Lucy's like, oh shit, Charlie Brown, we made 2 lists. A list of people to invite, and a list of people not to invite. You got put on the wrong list. And Charlie Brown, I'm fucking proud of him, because he still goes to the Halloween party. And he's just like, man, bitch, I'm still going. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm assuming he said that off screen. No, it's just... I could make this video an hour long, and I could still be talking about it. It's so difficult, because nothing really happens, but there's just so much to talk about when it comes to the Great Pumpkin. It's like, it's super fucking quotable. It's unbelievably charming. I've got this rank. There's like 3 main things that should be watched around, like, on the day of Halloween. You've got the Great Pumpkin, you've got Hocus Pocus, and you've got Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat I'm not going to be talking about because that came out when I was an adult, and this is more so aimed at my younger days. But still, like, it's one of the top 3 Halloween specials you need to see. And it's almost hard to talk about. Other things in the episode that sort of jump out at me. The opening credits it's unique. Nothing like it actually happens in the episode. It's the kids out trick-or-treating, and they get accosted by all these goblins and witches and things like that, and they have to hide in a pumpkin patch. And it's so strangely designed, because it's all very kitschy decorations from the 60s. But it's the music and the atmosphere and the sound effects that they put with it. It's got a very eerie feel to it. Kind of like the first Halloween movie, John Carpenter's Halloween. It's a very unique feeling to actually sit down and watch it. And then, the episode breaks and it's daylight, and it's just the Charlie Brown gang going about their day and getting into wacky shit. Snoopy harassing Lucy all the time. Like, taking on the Red Baron. This one actually goes into a little bit more detail with him, because he actually goes into a whole air battle with him in this special. He gets stranded in France, and he has to fight it, like, not necessarily fight his way, but he has to make his way through like 20 miles of enemy territory, which is pretty much just him walking around the neighborhood being a goddamn weirdo. Because, well, let's face it, Snoopy needs meds, and he's not getting them. There's a whole weird sequence where Schroeder's playing the piano, because that's what he does. He's a one-trick fucking pony. And, he's playing, like, these old-timey, like, war tunes, and it's just Snoopy dancing along to it. And every time it slows down, he starts sobbing. And, I don't know, that, ever since I was a kid, that scene's bugged me. Because it takes like 5 minutes. It takes like 5 I thought the dog was about to come out or something. It takes like 5 minutes, and it has no purpose with the rest of the episode. But it, again, is just extremely charming, and I can't think of anything that I would take out of the special. Like, everything from the music to even shitty-ass Patty and Violet. It's just classic Halloween. You know, Charlie Brown's costume and Lucy's costume and just Sally kicking the shit out of Linus, demanding restitution for cheating her out of trick-or-treating. While I'm talking about that part real quick, who are all the fucking assholes in the neighborhood giving rocks out to Charlie Brown? He gets like a bag of rocks, and he's getting them from adults. Like, you know, you don't see any of them, but he's clearly getting them from adults. And while I'm on the topic of fucking adults in Charlie Brown's neighborhood, where are the parents? Like, because Sally asks Charlie Brown if she can go trick-or-treating. Not her parents, Charlie Brown, her older brother, who's like 7. Her bald-ass older brother. I don't know. It's weird. Charles Schultz designed a very strange and disturbing universe. But, like I said, it's one of my favorites, and I wouldn't change a damn thing about it. I just got some questions, is all. Tomorrow's going to be Wednesday. That means there's going to be another new video. I'm going to continue my Halloween Essentials with the undisputed essential Halloween movie from your childhood, and that's going to be Hocus Pocus. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.